Wake up to the, wow. Wake up to the money, turn me right on. You look like you got dressed with no lights on. A Superman that spin like a cyclone. Fit check, spin like a cyclone. Wake up to the money, turn me right on. You look like you got dressed with no lights on. A Superman that spin like a cyclone. Fit check, spin like a cyclone. Wow. Get just hit that mirror for that fit check. Drip coming down the waist, that back don't get wet. Daddy, you gotta chill, that's what my kids say. Daddy been paying bills, my pockets bending. Superman that spin like a cyclone. Fit check, spin like a cyclone. Wake up to the money, turn me right on. You look like you got dressed with no lights on. A Superman that spin like a cyclone. Fit check, spin like a cyclone. Yeah, I was with the grease, I was with the grit. Yeah, leave you out to freeze if you're not legit. No, tried to call my bluff, I was stacking chips. Yeah, mad years it was rough, now I flipped the switch. Whoa, big checks on my body, I'm not talking swish. No, please just get from around me, don't you move an inch. Yeah, don't mean to be rude, but I'm not taking pics. No, you keep making moves but never taking risks. How? Wake up to the money, turn me right on. You look like you got dressed with no lights on. A Superman that spin like a cyclone. Fit check, spin like a cyclone. Wake up to the money, turn me right on. You look like you got dressed with no lights on. A Superman that spin like a cyclone. Fit check, spin like a cyclone. Whoa.
Yo, what's good, guys? What's happening? Who we got in the room today? What's happening, guys? Save you, bro. Why? What's going on, guys? Yo, O'Mulligan, what's going on, my brother? How you doing, man? Torin, Uma. Who else we got in here? Crypto Grind, what's going on, my friend? Mike, what's happening? Paul Crypto. Gregory, man, how you doing, brother? Jessica, Avatar Boss. Who else we got? Matt, Rick. We got a lot of people in here tonight, man. That's crazy. Mad love. Stephanie, where you been? Where have you been? Huh? Jared, what's going on? Much. What's good? Halo, Fabio, Adriana, how you doing? Anna, how you doing? Bug Funk, what's good? Lindsay, Troy, Sack Trades, what's happening, bro? Kano, I got Kano in here, man. Oh man, that's crazy. I'm compelled. Like, I don't think I can ever not stream in the evenings, guys. You know, I feel like I let everyone down. Ken, Barbie, present. Gailey, what's good? Thierry, what's happening? Mark, Chris, Marcus, what's going on? What are you saying, bro? Anytime, Michael, man. Anytime, bro. I'm glad you got it. Torin. Got a lot of people. The question is, right? What day of the week are we going into? That's the key question. We're going to go straight into it, right? What day of the week are we stepping into? Yasu Ioannis, how you doing? What's good? Midweek reversal. Correct. Whoever says it first, I just call it straight from there. Yeah, the reversal. That's what we're doing. This is it, guys. We need to start applying. There you go. We always need to start applying the knowledge that's discussed in these streams, because there's no point you just listening to what I'm saying all the time. You guys need to be ready there with the conviction. What day is it that we go into tomorrow? All right, in the next 2 hours, we step into the midweek reversal. Funnily enough, look where price is. Look at what she's doing. Look at what Bitcoin's doing. Where's she at? Why hasn't she continued to drop? You know, these are the things that we need to ask ourselves. We need to be aware of what's going on. Granted, you know, things could completely switch. You see, like, Bitcoin could completely drop to the downside. That's fine. We'll look for another pattern. That's the thing. And today with the posts that I was doing today, the ones I gave to the Patreons and the guys in the Discord, okay, this trade from the lows back to the 50-day moving average, that's a textbook game for me, man. It's exactly the trade that I take all the time in Forex. It's the fundamental, it's the textbook entry. Trader's reality, straight up entry. I'm going in right into the 50-day moving average, close the charts, I'm done for the day. Because that move there, it's like it's effectively guaranteed to happen once you understand what's going on at the point where the market makers decide, right, that's it, we need to hit the stops, because we've been pushing price down too long. You know, projected, sovereign. It's projection, bro. The Brinks Trucks move. Okay, so the Brinks Trucks move is this area here. You see this gray area here? That is effectively the area where it's the London Open, and it's where you effectively form the stop hunt rise or the stop hunt low. It's where London opens and steps into the game. Let's laugh together. Tonight, I shouldn't have a problem with the actual donations tonight, because if anyone super chats, last night I wasn't seeing those super chats, but I'm seeing them now, so it's all good. Everyone laughed last night when I said about W forming. Guess what? I won. They lost. Love you, man. Yeah, I did. Really. You must have called it well. Happy days, bro. Happy days. Happy days. Yeah, tonight's going to be, we're switching it up tonight as well. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be having a podcast with PC Shed over on the after show with Mike. with Mike Dutch, host. All right. Last night's podcast was interesting. You know, it's talking about doing a Traders Reality cooking channel. Now, I don't know where that's come from. It just rhymed really well with the cooking reality. I ain't going to be doing cooking, man. I don't know what Mike's on about, man. He's getting a bit excited, man. Ian, so you're saying Bitcoin 800 would normally be the max? Bitcoin 800? What do you mean? Bitcoin 800. I don't know what you mean there, bro. Kind of quiet. Do I need to turn it up? What's the volume like, guys? Are we all good for volume? Let me know. I'm turning up ever so slightly. Yeah, volume's good. Wicked. Music's fine. Happy days. PC Shed, man. Yeah, we're going to be doing a discussion tonight. Kutanya, how you doing? Pasta. I ain't cooking, man. I ain't cooking. Nah. You know, I lose my shit when I'm playing Call of Duty, let alone waiting for something to cook in the oven, man. Nah, man. Family. Yeah, I hope family's all good today. I hope everyone's all good. Now, question. How many people took the trade today? Or how many took a trade today? What did you trade? Just tell me what you did. Did you go long or short? Tell me what you did. Patternologist. No way, Reese. That's nuts. Patternologist. You went long, 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 long. Long vet, long, long, long. Okay. 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 Happy days. Yeah, okay. I like that. Long from the lows last night. Okay. But did you guys get what I was trying to do today? You know, in the Discord and the Patreons as well. Did you get what I was trying to do? I was trying to get you guys to talk me through what was going on with price. Right? Because once you understand how to talk about the story that the market makers are giving in price, you are effectively starting to practice how to do it and apply it by yourself. You need to get into the habit of telling the story, projecting. Because once you finish telling that story, there's only one thing left to do, is to talk about what will happen next. Collate the information that you've obtained from reading what you can see price doing, and then relay it onto a projection. You know? Bitcoin to go to 50,400. Let's see if it does. See, this is the difference, guys, with this strategy. It doesn't matter where it goes. That's my point. It doesn't matter where price goes. Ultimately, if the pattern prints itself or starts forming at the 50K mark, happy days, we're going to trade it. If it forms it at the 60, happy days. For me, I have no conception of price. I tell you hypothetically where price would go based on the succession of the pattern, and it's likely to hit X mark. You know, if it can hit that zone, everything's all good. And that's it. That's it for me. I have no interest or bias to the value of Bitcoin. It doesn't interest me. It could trade at 300,000. Not interested. All I want to know is if my entry's at, for example, if I get in at 60K and I'm short, I only have interest in seeing lower prices. Other than that, no interest. Because that's when you start thinking, oh my God, when you start looking on the internet, where's Bitcoin going to go? Is it going to go to 55? Is it going to go to 60, 61, 70? You know, you start trying to fulfill these prophecies in your mind based on thumbnails, based on price feeds, based on whoever's speaking about crypto. You start to collude your mind. You start to say to yourself, hold on a second. I want to go short, but now I'm seeing loads of thumbnails on YouTube. I'm going on Facebook, Instagram. People are talking about Bitcoin going further up. I want it to drop. Oh no. And then you start to make a decision. You start to say to yourself, maybe I should change my position. And then you start experiencing the FOMO. You start thinking, oh my God, I don't want to miss out on the move going to the downside. Sorry, going to the upside whilst I'm in a short. I could lose so much money. So a little tip from yours truly. It doesn't matter what the price is. Ultimately, your entry is the entry. If price moves away from it, happy days. Glenn B, what do you mean? You have to pardon me. I was right. It's not essential. What's that? Crypto YouTubers will drive you mad. That's true. Yeah, crypto YouTubers will drive you mad because these guys, I mean, I don't know many crypto YouTubers that are full-on traders. I don't know. I don't know who fully trades. I mean, let me know who is genuinely a decent trader. There's a difference between a holder. A holder is someone who got in good before it happened. That's all it is. Anyone can do that. I keep saying it. BitBoy got wrecked. What happened to BitBoy? Chart champions, agreed. 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 But that's only because I know only of chart champions. Joker, once you make that YouTube money, you don't need to trade. Trust me, give me 100 mil, I'll still trade. All day. I do this for free. I sit here, talk about charts. I don't even take entries. Well, that's another story, but I don't even take entries looking at charts. You know, I'll do it. I'll do it on a demo. I'll do it free. Happy days. I just want to break down price. I always like to correct the market maker. I always like to know when the market maker moves because you're in a game where 95% of the players lose. And if you're starting to understand where price is going, that's gold. And there's no reason why you guys can't get that gold. You know, it's time to get paid, man. That's how it works. You guys need to understand that. Yep, a gambler will tell you how much he can win, but a trader will tell you how much he can lose. Torin, that's the one. No worries, Kate. Thank you. Roman, you slept 2 hours today. I can't see every candle 1 minute for 16 hours. Do you see what I mean, Roman? Do you see what I mean? When you look at the 1 minute time frame and they always tell you, they always say to you, stay away. Stay away from free engineer. Really? I've heard good things about chart champions. I'm good, Kate. I'm good. I'm good. I hope you're all good. You know? I mean, look, what was I just looking at there? Yeah, the 1 minute time frame. The 1 minute time frame, they tell you to stay away from it because it's chaotic. But the saying order within the chaos, why do we say that? There is order in chaos. If you know what to look for, you will see the order. You know? That's how it is. And you know what, guys? The community is rough. We've got the best community. It's unbelievable how we've all joined together. Yeah, yes, Scruffy. I heard that Chart Champions does a good thing, but you know, everyone's entitled to their opinion, man. You know, everyone's entitled to understand it from different point of views. See, like it's in the market itself. All we can do is determine whether or not price is going to rise or if it's going to drop. Yeah. Okay, right. Let's have a look at where we are at right now. Let's do some housekeeping. Okay, Champions has great traders, but they're expensive and not super welcoming to noobs. Really, here is all the info. Good luck situation. Yeah, I mean, you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy one. I'm going to buy someone's course, okay? I'm going to buy it from a trader's perspective because you get people that, like CoffeeZilla, he's doing wonders, man. He's a funny guy. I like CoffeeZilla, you know, and I think his channel itself is entertaining to watch. He's just got some funny humor, man. He makes me laugh. But what I'm going to do is later on, I'm going to buy a course, okay? And then I'm going to take what we understand about their form of entry and exit, and I'm going to piece it together with the market maker method and try and, you know, not discredit, but I want to test whether or not it holds true. So if for example, if Chart Champion says to enter based on a MACD, I'm all day going to challenge that. But if he bases it on something else and there's more context towards it, then I'm going to understand, okay, you know, if he's not talking about the psychology of it, but he's talking about understanding the pressure of where price is being pushed to against the pressure of where it's going up or down, you know, there has to be another way around it. If he's vague about it, then I'll kind of agree because he could be on about the psychology of it. Do you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to find out. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to pay for a course. I'm going to see where they are. I'm going to play stupid, and we take it from there. Yeah, I'm going to free engineer. I think I'm going to buy Chart Champions. I'm going to see what's happening. Steve is all about the charts. Yeah, okay. So, okay, so let's look at it like this, okay? If we, because this is what you need to be mindful of, right? When you're doing a course, you have to be mindful in the sense where, are they just giving you a set of indicators that are readily available elsewhere for free, right? Or are they actually giving you something that you can genuinely take based on thorough understanding of the strategy and the use of the indicators? You know, can you actually take a profit from this? How, you know, what's its consistency? Now, there's this thing that you can only really be, I mean, anyone that can hit anything about 65% return, 70 maybe, you know, you're deemed as a very, very, very good trader if you can hit 65. Okay. Here we go. Lars. Chart Champions is all about the CC Fibonacci that they created themselves. They look at the levels and pop, open. What? I did the course from. Okay, Lars, in your opinion, what's okay? So you did the course. Give me your insight, man. I'll be looking to see what you're saying about that. Tell me what it is. What do we need to understand about Chart Champions? And this, in no way, guys, I'm not trying to discredit Chart Champions. I'm trying to see their logic. Now, we're not talking, well, look, I'm not slandering them in any way, shape or form. I'm just trying to understand who's taken the course. It's part of the logic of what I'm talking about. So I'd really want to know. This is feedback, man. This is good for them. If they come in and see this, it's good. They're going to see from hands down from their clientele where they stand. You know? How can they improve? You must be looking to improve all the time. Be good to hear. Be good to hear. I did the course. They use Fibonacci, 6-1 golden pocket zones, and line it up with the support and resistance to make trades based on confluence. I mean, look, confluence. If they're giving you confluence, see, this is why I always have support for this, right? If they are providing something that they created themselves, hands down, that's where you're investing in the time spent for those guys back testing and going through to determine whether or not it's a marketable product. Can people benefit from it? Take my hat off to that. It's like, you know, authors. This is why they're so big on authors, making sure that they're not plagiarizing and using someone else's work kind of thing. You know, if they've taken the concept of Fibonacci and created an edge off it, something that they've worked out themselves, fair game. Fair game. I want to see what Lars has to say for anyone else. They didn't create anything. They teach you to trade without any indicators, just using live order flow. Ah, okay. Okay, you got your friend. He's a Chart Champion member, and he's learning about ranges, levels, volumes, patterns, mainly technical, and he's got some tools. Okay. And if is it only... So hold on. Is Chart Champions only applicable to crypto? Exo charts is the okay then. So they've gone in for a big software. Okay, that makes sense. Okay then. Fair enough. Here we go. Daniel has put years into making the content and is by far one best technical analyst in the crypto space. Fair game. That's what I mean. If he's taken the concept of Fibonacci and created something off it, fair game. You know, I'm mainly discussing the guys that are taking, because CoffeeZilla did it. You know, he took a person who provides courses, and then he went straight to baby pips and he cross-referenced the two, and it's exactly the same. That's what winds me up. I don't like that, because you're being penalized for not having the time to piece the puzzle together. You see? Yep, Jesse, there you go. And that's the thing, guys. You can come to this channel and have this edge, okay? Take the edge from this channel, apply it to your existing edge, done. You know? Always welcome another method to help you see success in this game. And that's what it's all about. Look what I've done. I've taken two schools of thought, PVSRA, market maker method. Both talk about market makers. All right? I've joined the two together, created this approach. Happy days. I've not created anything. I've just joined two things together, and I've molded the understanding of these two strategies to create my own way of expressing myself in trading. That's it. Okay, maybe idea is to use different concepts to come up with a winning strategy, man. Yeah? Okay. Straight pipping. I like that. Straight pipping. Can you explain the bait? Yes, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a few questions, and then we're going to go into what Bitcoin is doing and where we at with levels. We're going to have a look at some coins. So don't worry, we're going to get straight to it. So Sanguku. Sorry, I'm not ignoring you, bro. Look, listen, man, if I don't see your comment, please bear with me, man. What's the question? I made huge buck using the market maker strategy. I would like to pay it forward by sponsoring someone to make the jump into the market. How can we organize? Fair game, San. Fair game. Okay, so San wants to sponsor someone to make the jump into the market. How can we organize, please? Actually, I've got someone that you could actually help. I do have someone you can help. So can you message me? I know this person would really benefit from this. I know they would really benefit from this. So if you can get to me, San, please message me in Discord. I know exactly who can benefit from this. I've been speaking to them for a long time. So please message me in Discord and we'll have a conversation. Now, Bill, you won't sound dumb, my friend. Here we go. But how do I do this method without getting hit with the pattern D trader? I'm only on Robinhood and Coinbase Pro. Listen, this is what you need to understand about this. Okay? This strategy is understanding the psychology of how price behaves at key levels. All right? It's all about what price does in a certain zone. Now, what do we know? In my channel, Nabu, there's a video on there on what are the M's and W's. I advise you go and watch that several times because it breaks down what a W is. It tells you what an M is and how to look out for them. Pretty much tells you how to trade off this strategy. Wow, Matt, let's have a conversation. Yes, if we can all piece together and put a certain amount of money to give to people who show this is what the Traders Reality Trading Championship that we're trying to organize. That's what this is going to be. Yeah, so we're going to do that. Wicked. Okay then, I watched that today, even though I listen to the stream like every day. Those videos themselves, right? They are there for people who can't have the streams, who can't sit through the streams. Now, you know what? It's a bit naive for me to say, look, if you can't dedicate the time to watch these streams, then, you know, what's the point in studying a craft? But we have to be realistic, okay? It doesn't matter if you can't watch all the streams straight away. Some have the luxury of time, some don't. Trading isn't going to go anywhere. When you get rid of fear and greed, that's when the market stops. In other words, when human behavior changes, when you can change human behavior and not stop it from repeating, you won't have a market. Till then, you know, we will always have a market. Don't rush to get in. You know, prepare yourself. Glenn, the strategy has been effing you, and I know it's something I'm not grasping. Glenn, how much leverage do you use? Do you just trade crypto? I hope you guys are learning, man. All right, I hope you are learning. Can we let... Right, someone wants me to... Okay, that'll be quite funny, actually. Okay, I'm going to do that. Pete Fang, I'll acknowledge that in a second. How do you feel about Crow in the long term? Well, listen, I'll tell you something, Pete, right now. I had a conversation with a gentleman. Now, I don't like Crow. I don't know why. I don't like it. I don't know why. It's just come out to me like, it's there and I'm like, I don't like that coin. For some reason, I don't like it. Maybe because I've been sat watching its price, okay? And I'm just thinking, what an ugly coin. I don't know why. Now I love it. I had a conversation. Now I love it. Okay? Now I understand its utility. And this is the problem, right? You have to understand what you're investing in. Understand the concept behind what they're doing. These white papers in cryptocurrency, read them. Because the people that put them together, all right, they go to such extensive thought and they have to back up what they're saying. You know, take the time to read a white paper. I'm going to start reading my daughter white papers. Is she going to listen? No. Is she going to try and, you know, I'd like to print them off, but, you know, if I were to print them off and sit with her and say, look, darling, let's read this. She's ready to scrunch that stuff up. You know what's happened with XLM? I'm going to look at all the altcoins. What I mean is if I buy and sell on the same day, then they hit me with day trading and just wondering, I'm not trading until I get through. When they hit you with day trading. I might not be understanding what you're saying now, but if anyone can elaborate on there. Yeah, the pre-recorded live streams, they are like, yeah, they are like the textbooks. The live is the classroom, guys. You're going to learn a lot in these lives. And I know they are long. I know they are. But you know what? If you want to study this game, if you understand what you can get from this game, don't make a shortcut in trading. It doesn't exist. The sooner you think you can try and shortcut this game, the sooner you're going to blow your accounts. Happy days. Yeah? Happy days. That's the issue. All right? You just got to be careful. You need to take it seriously. Like, you know, if you were... Look, if you wanted to become a surgeon, all right? And they said, become a surgeon in 6 weeks. Are you really going to be confident getting ready to get that scalpel and start cutting people up? Just because you've studied it. You're qualified with no experience. Yeah? Well, you know, are you going to trust yourself that much? This is what I'm saying. Like, you need to use this... Use these live streams, guys, all right? Because this is what, I don't know if many other channels are doing it, but you're learning how patterns work in real time. We don't talk about hindsight. I deliver hindsight to you in, you know, like this. I'll say to you, rise, you know, drop, retrace, drop, continuation to the upside. There's your W right there. But if you jump back 3 streams, we were talking about how this pattern was going to develop and play out, all right? So there's context behind understanding the real streams. I'm not talking hindsight here. All right. Zoom in. Let's have a look at what's happening. Okay. One thing. Someone keeps asking it, man. Okay. All right. Just for the purpose of my friend. No, we don't sound like a doctor on The Simpsons. Galimera XP. How you doing? All right. You know, just for my friend here who's been asking. Right, he wants everyone to spam happy days. All right, and then here he is. Look, DJ Onta, like DJ Onta, I think. Yeah, everyone, just for my guy. He keeps saying it. He's showing love to it. Everybody spam the chat with happy days. Let's mess up this YouTube chat. Let's go. Come on, and then we get into price action. Let's go. Spam the chat with happy days. I said it in Greek. Happy New. Wow, man, messing up the chat. That is crazy. That happy fucking day. That is awesome. That is awesome. Mad love to all of you guys. Mad love. Don't ask any questions when we're doing the Happy Days chat run. That's the thing now. We're going to do the Happy Days chat run. Beast Motivation, what's good? Wow, sitting back. You know what? This is wild, man. You people bringing it up. Is that PC Shed? Did I just see PC Shed? Has he stepped in? There you go, DJ. Are you happy with that, bro? Are you happy with that? Yep, we all good? Great. Okay, cool. Now it's time to get into the gritty stuff. It's now time to understand and dive into the mind of those Those market makers, man. It's time to get into that. All right. We're here to understand what's... There you go. PC Shed. PC Shed's the big brother. Yeah? PC Shed is the big brother of the channel, guys. He looks after me and Mike. PC Shed is always behind the scenes, guys. And just for the record, guys, PC Shed has ordered yet another pair of trainers. So we're going to be doing the giveaway there. Okay? And just for notification, we're getting the first set of trainers delivered. So they're en route right now to come to my house. And I'm then going to send them out to the winners. And then we're going to roll out another pair of trainers for you guys. Okay? And we're going to do those as a giveaway. I've got effectively 3 more sets of trainers, all right, to give away. Okay, so we're going to do loads of, we've got 3 more giveaways, all to do with trainers. And then we're working on the other giveaways. We've got a lot of things happening with the stream, guys. A lot of things happening. We're going to do the podcast straight after this show, all right? We're going to do the podcast with PC Shed and Mike. And we're going to have a conversation with PC Shed. So make sure if that link's there, Mike, please let people know where they can grab that. All right. And also I'm looking at trying to get this arranged with PC Shed. Me and PC Shed are going to do some live trading because I think that's great because PC Shed has absolutely ripped this system apart. He's taken this hybrid approach and made it his own. And I take my hat off to you, PC Shed, all day, every day, bruv. You've proven to me that this can be applied. It's transferable. That's the thing, guys. It's transferable. If no one can profit from this system, there's a problem. All right. I took the risk. I took the risk of starting to talk about the way I trade. All right. Now, granted, it could have gone 2 ways. All right. No one could have just paid any attention to it. Or the latter now is everyone is now absorbed into it and they're starting to see how it works. All right. Even the naysayers that will come in and doubt the pattern. I say last week, right, there were many instances where people were very doubtful of the pattern. Now people are understanding that anything can happen in this game. This system's not 100%. I mean, in the eyes of PC Shed, 100%. He's looking at 110%, man. That guy's got gains going out of nowhere. His record is just despicably consistent. It's frightening. It's somewhat of an AI bot. You'd call me the robot. PC Shed is the robot, not me. So there you go. Industry and Magic. Theo, Yassel, man. Yeah. I mean, I can't verify PC Shed. But more importantly, guys, you need to understand PC Shed. I only started speaking to PC Shed in the past couple of weeks. This stream's been going for the best part of 6 weeks. Right, he hasn't said a single word to me. He's not asked me for no help. He's not asked nothing. All right. He's only come to me and said to me, Tino, today I did 48 trades out of 48, 31 out of 32, 19 out of 20, 62 out of 62. And I'm just sat there scratching my head thinking, who the fuck's this guy? How on earth have you achieved that? And this guy scalps. And this is what I do. I scalp. And that's the basis of my strategy. I'm a scalper by trade. That's what I do. That's how it is. So, are you ready? Are you ready to work out what Bitcoin is doing? I think we kind of know what Bitcoin's doing. All right. Now, just so we can do some housekeeping here, 2 things. We only have 551 people in the room, and we have 1,300 likes. Or have I got that wrong? Yeah, I have got that wrong, haven't I? Come on, guys, man. You need to show me your ticket before we start the stream. Let's get the algorithm going, guys. We've got to get as many people onto this as possible. We need to break the matrix. I keep seeing people talk about this, man. The matrix, the agents. And you know what? Whether it's a matrix or not, whether it's a conspiracy about the market makers or not, this system pays, man. I don't care if it's valid or not. It pays. Does the stimulus checks modify a normal pattern? Wow. Look, man, listen. The stimulus check to the market maker, simple. Liquidity. That's all it is. Who knows? Could it be a big ploy by the government to put money into Bitcoin? Who knows? You know, I wouldn't be surprised if there's a conspiracy behind it. The majority of the US now has picked up a stimulus check. And how many people have put it into crypto? Granted, probably a lot of people. Because there are so many people sat on the sidelines in situations where they're not able to obtain any Bitcoin or invest in anything. And there are coins cheap enough. And if some of those coins get purchased and they end up making a run for the moon, for the better word, you know, there are a lot of people that could realize a lot of wealth. Okay. Right. Let's get this party started. Here we go. Right, just been mentioned, man. Hold on, what's this? Tony Carvajal just mentioned me. All right, Tony Carvajal, man, my guy. He just sent me a video on YouTube, on Instagram, right? Where he's showing his little nephew, I believe, watching the charts, training them young. Good man, good man, good man. All right then. Okay, let's get on with it, guys. Let's crack this out. So, let's have a look. Last night. Yes, I'm going to talk about it now, Paul. Come on, Paul, man. We've got to address the people, man. We've got to address people who are new into the game, you know. Don't worry. We're going to get straight into it. Let's go then. For courtesy of Paul, let's go. He's serious. I like that. I like that. Okay. Bitcoin. What do we know? So last night's stream, we effectively took from the weekend, okay? We watched price absolutely collapse. All right? And can you use with method? The Heineken candles. Yeah, you can if you want. No problem there. Yeah, Crypto Kite is a good kid. Yeah, he's a good kid. I like Crypto Kite, man. He's cool. Here we go. So, Bitcoin. Now, you can see with these patterns, guys, they're happening all over the place. Now, remember, I'm a short-term day trader. I'm going to take these patterns, guys. I'll take these patterns. I don't tell you to take them because obviously we've got financial advice coming into the concept. But what I need you guys to understand is we see more W's than we see M's. Why? Because price is progressively going to the upside. You know, you have to stick with the intention of the market maker, right? Until we're told otherwise. Once we see big moving averages crossing over, then our bias is going to revert to the M formations, all right? But right now, where is price? Well, look, yesterday we witnessed Bitcoin forming this W formation. All right, we saw price collapse, okay, coming out of the weekend. And then we had Monday session. Now, why is Monday what it is? Look at that terrible range for a Monday. Terrible. Can't do nothing with it. All right. Sorry, Monday right here. Monday's range is right there. What could you do with Monday? Now, look, here's a little bit of context. For the guys who set ranges, who play the range breakout mode, okay? Pay attention to this. This is where you understand why you don't trade on a Monday and why you've got to be careful when you're trading range modes. You know, when you're trading the breakouts, because look at what they do. Mike Dutch, this is for you, bro. I know you like this one. So, a breakout strategy is pretty simple. You know, establish the high, establish the low, and wait for price to hit that zone. Make your entry wherever it hits it. Okay? But look at this, man. A perfect setup, fake out, completely taking people by storm. And the irony of it is, okay, is market makers are now starting to get a little bit smarter. You know, they're starting to push out further in the range, keeping people convinced that price is going to keep going up. All right? I mean, if we look at the 15-minute time frame, all right, what do we see here? Can you see that? All right. Look. So, the logic behind not trading on a Monday is they set the range. They effectively set price up to do one or two things. All right. It's either going to go in the desired direction that they intend to go, well, from that, as in the next session, or they create the illusion that price is going to go to a certain direction to trick traders to step in and commit to that direction and then change it. Okay. So look at this. Range traders, breakout traders, all right, form a high, form a low. Happy days. All right. Now, granted, most of them are probably forming lows here. They were actively drawing this chart. They were saying, right, let's see if this is the low. No, it's not the low. Wait for price. Oh, is that the low? No, it's not the low. That's the low. So a breakout trader has established his low. All right. So then what he does is this. He then waits to see. So he draws his box. He waits for it to print. As it does, he starts adjusting his box accordingly. All right. And he sees that's the high and that's the low. If price breaks above here, I'm going to go long. If price breaks down here, I'm going to go short. All right. So he actively draws and draws and draws. And then he comes to this part of the chart. All right. He sees that nothing's happening. He knows that he's got his entry set there and he's got his entry set there. Whichever one hits first, he's going to cancel the others out. All right. Now look what happens. Bitcoin shows support at the 50-day moving average. Market makers induce traders, okay, to go short. All right. So the guy who wants price to go down here, he's starting to get excited thinking that price is going to completely collapse. Why? Because the 50-day has broken. Price has broken below it. What do we see? 3 vector candles pushing price to the downside. All right. But then what happens is they stall. And when they stall, they effectively trigger the shorts, the stop losses, because guys went short down here. Market makers went long. All right. Then the market maker comes up price up, brings price up here. And then he completely breaks out of the zone. Now, the reason why he effectively pushes out of the zone, whether this was motivated by news or whatever it was, principally what he's done is he's used the liquidity from here to start his short positions to the upside. All right. But what has he also done? He realizes there's liquidity in this zone. Up here, there's liquidity. Now, the market maker can see orders like this. All right, he can see orders, but he sees them in an order flow chart. He looks at a different kind of chart. But for presentation purposes, all right, demonstration purposes, right here, we're going to assume that this is how the market maker sees orders. All right. Now check this out. Market maker triggers shorts. He goes long. Well, he creates the illusion that price is now getting ready to break to the upside. All right. Remember, we are operating near the highs, guys. We are at the highs at this point here. All right. We're ready to, the all-time high boys and the moon boys are ready to get in. They think if Bitcoin's going to keep moving, happy days, we're going to step in and run. Yeah. So what he does is he creates the illusion that price is going to rise. The moon boys step in, all-time high traders step in, the range traders, they are all getting their orders committed. Now, what does the market maker do? He spikes those orders, gets all those orders fulfilled. Now, it hasn't stopped here because there's no supply or there's no demand. Do you see what I mean about why range breakout trading is bullshit? Yeah? If on the principle of supply and demand, right? If traders who do range breakouts, okay, are putting orders up here and they're putting orders down here, right? How can you tell me there's no supply or there's no demand in that area? Do you understand? How can you say that there's no demand by buyers in this area? That's why price has pulled back. It's BS. There is demand. Why? Because the market maker knew that guys are trading this range. That's why Mondays are shit. Because they know that guys come into the market, they're excited about what's going to happen. They've had the whole weekend. They want to get their fingers wet. So what do? They start opening positions. They set limits. They set stops. They want to feel productive because they've had a weekend where they've spent time with the missus and the family, and they want to get involved on the Monday. They're ready to hit Monday with the greatest enthusiasm. Let's start making money. Market makers understand this because they understand human behavior. Because granted, they were probably like those traders back in the day when they were learning. Yeah? Now, look what happens. Spikes to the high, triggers all the orders for the market maker. He's going short, the market maker is. He needs to get his shorts at higher prices, all right? So he pumps price to the upside, pings those highs, takes all the orders. Do you know how many guys are long up here? So many guys went long in this area here, all right? and you're telling me that there's no demand. Of course there's demand. Market maker pierces price to the upside, triggers all those orders, gets his shorts filled at higher prices, spikes price back, then opens his candle, brings price back down, but then lets the guys believe, okay, that it's still going to go back to the upside. So they ping price back up and close in this high zone here, right? Just to create the illusion to the all-time high traders and the moon boys that it's, you know, it's only taking a little break. And then the market maker does it again. He then starts triggering the stop losses, and then he just shifts right back down out of the zone and completely wipes all these guys clear. All right. Now the guys who effectively had used this range box, okay, here, that wanted to go short, thought to themselves, hold on, I've missed out on this trade. My stop loss has been hit. Let's see if it comes back down here, because they're obviously, you know, they're dropping price. I need to get in on my short. So my stop orders right here are ready to be triggered. Okay. And then guess what happens? We see it again. Market makers bring price all the way back down. They spike the low. Look how close they do it. Look at that area there, because they know there's orders sitting there. They spike those orders right there. Okay. And then they pull price all the way back, take out all the guys who went short, hit their stop losses, bring price back to the 50-day moving average, and completely squash that zone. That's market maker behavior. And whenever someone says we're in a range and I'm going to get ready to trade the breakout, you know what they're setting themselves up for. All right. You know exactly what they're getting ready to do. That's the game. This is why I always will challenge someone when they say range breakouts and all of that stuff. Over a longer period of trades, they're not going to be successful. Why? Because the market maker utilizes the range traders. He knows what they're doing. He knows what their intentions are. He spikes the high, pulls price back. Okay? You literally are. This is triggering. What triggering orders means. What happens, PD, is this. When someone comes to the market, there's three types of orders that you can place in the marketplace, right? There's a market execution, so you literally get in at a moment's notice. You buy at the market price. You can either go at a limit. So effectively, you place an order for, if price reaches, for example, if price reaches this area here on the way up, it's going to trigger an order, okay? Or you're going to trigger a stop. Now, a stop order is you favor price to go down, and as it goes down, it hits your order and then continues to the downside and you realize a return. Okay? Now, let's start talking about what Bitcoin's doing. So from the Monday, we come all the way down into Tuesday. Bitcoin completely collapses. What do we see? We see vector candles, vector 1, vector 2. Okay? Price is collapsing. Now, if we zoom out, we know that the bigger picture, we could be sitting on a massive, massive W. All right? Can you see it? We could be sitting on a massive W. Right? Alternatively, we could be sitting on a massive M. We won't know until this zone is completely broken. All right? When this zone is broken, we will know where we stand. All right. And then we should be seeing some interesting behavior down here. Okay. But until they break this zone, I have no interest in what it's doing down there. I've got no interest in going short, in other words. Okay. Now, let's zoom in. Let's zoom in and see what we've got here. So, Bitcoin drops, forms support at the 53,152. All right. Just look at what I said the last few streams ago. All right. I said to you guys, right, if Bitcoin comes down to the 53,152, if it breaks it and pulls away completely, all right, we will need to form a new pattern. We need to look for a new pattern. But look what's happened. They've tapped that zone right there. Please go back and watch those streams, right? Go back and pay attention and just look at what they've done. Look at how small they tapped those zones, because they knew there were guys there going short. They knew for a fact those guys in that zone were going to go short at the 53,152. So what do? They trigger the shorts. They create the shorts, they fulfill those orders, and then they reverse price all the way back up. So the guys in the Patreon, Okay, they witnessed this move to the upside. They received the notification at the start, and then we realized that we were going to come back to the 200-day moving average, and in the Discord as well. You guys witnessed it. That's a textbook entry. Okay, so what are we seeing? We're seeing a W formation to the downside. Price returns back to the upside. All right, we now see the second leg forming. Now this second leg, because we are in a pattern development, anything can happen. We need the second leg to drop to the downside, all right? But stay within this zone right here. It has to stay within this zone. If it stays in this zone and continues back to the upside, happy days. We should be projecting towards the 800-day EMA on the 50-minute time frame, which is the 200-day EMA on the hourly. All right, so if I draw this box here and go to the hour time frame, we should see that is hit it exactly right on the nose. Right there. Should hit it right there on the nose. You see that? Okay. Right. Guys, give me a second. Give me 2 seconds, guys. I'm just going to go quick break. I just need to tend to my daughter. 2 seconds. Guys, just give me 2 more minutes. I'm just going to sort something out. I'll be back on in 2 more minutes, guys. Just a couple of more seconds.
wave. Look, why you mad? Get to the bag. Niggas long face, duck a case, get the cash. I've been living fast, still far from average. Real talk, all this shit is right outside what I imagine. Young, black, and raspy. Catch me with a labby. Young nigga make the slap that make her body do magic. Won't stop till my bank account magnets. Looking like I'm still running paper routes backwards. Money bags, no advance, snap back like a rubber band. Pretty thing with a suntan, make it bounce back when you do the dance. Caught my song, we supposed to pick. See your things through a different lens. Living fast, only one chance. Never pans how we do the plans. Right? I practice what I preach.
Alright, yo guys, sorry about that, man. Sorry about that. Okay then, cool. Where we at? So, let's have a look at what Bitcoin's doing. So yeah, look, we are waiting for Bitcoin to effectively form. Okay, the music's banging. yeah, sorry about that, guys. It's all good. All right, then. So we're waiting for Bitcoin to determine whether or not this pattern is going to hold. Okay. Granted, if it comes down and breaks down this zone here, we may actually see another test of the actual 800-day EMA, because it hasn't come back to the 800-day EMA yet. And it's been a long time since it's done that. Let's look at what it did beforehand. The last time it hit the 800 EMA was back in February. All right. And usually it gets aggressive in these areas. Just look at what price does in and around the big moving averages. Because if they let it collapse completely, then there's a lot of people that are going to lose a lot of money in that area. All right. So they just do their very hardest to make sure that price doesn't completely collapse. And that was the last time they hit it. Look what they did. Touched it once, touched it twice. Then they went for a third time, but they came in to show support. They didn't want price to go any lower. All right. So where are we at now with Bitcoin? Let's see. We've got Tokyo opening in an hour's time. Let me just sort this out. Here we go. Right there. Tokyo is opening in an hour's time. Now, right now is effectively the market maker zone. All right, ignore this up here. All right, it does say that Tokyo is up there. It's open green. It's 8 a.m. daylight saving and what have you. I just need to adjust it. Okay, but we're waiting for Tokyo to step in. Are they selling off to induce a few more longs in this zone? Are they trying to complete the W formation? Now, if we do consider this, if and only if, all right, this pattern, this M formation right here, all right, you can see the M, rise, drop, rise again, retrace, okay, we've got drop, rise level 1, okay, drop, rise level 2, yeah, drop. Are we in peak formation? Where are we at the start of the week? What day are we? You know, are we at the peak formation for the midweek reversal? When will the reversal happen? Is it going to happen in the New York reversal session? Are they just going to trail price side to the side? Is Tokyo going to bring price down a little further? Is Hong Kong going to make a return to the upside? All right. Are they going to seal the reversal or prepare price for the New York reversal to move price higher? Because when New York opens, guys, right, you've got liquidity at its best. You've got money from Europe, you've got money from the States. It all comes together. You've got the futures markets in New York. That's a lot of money to move price across the whole board. All right. So that's where we are right now with Bitcoin. All right. If we are in this M formation, and we're in the weekly cycle of the M pattern, all right, we know that 2 cycles to the low, 3rd cycle being the peak formation, we should be seeing price rise to the upside. Where would the price projection points be? So the first point would be, all right, before any of these price projections need to hit, this is what has to happen. So 60, 61, and the 70, okay, need to effectively be hit only when, okay, price hits the 200-day moving average, okay? Now, this is what we've got to contend with, okay? If price breaks above the 200-day moving average on the hourly, Once it breaks that point, it needs to come out, retrace and test it, and then continue to the upside. Right now, we're forming at the M2 pattern. Sorry, the M2 pivot point. All right. So once the M2 pivot point is confirmed, this is what we're waiting for. We're waiting for the M2 point to be confirmed. Now we know when the M2 is confirmed, the M4 is going to be realized. What point that point gets realized, we won't know. But we know that once it holds this zone, market makers will favor higher prices. Yeah? Okay, right. Just looking at the questions right here, guys. All right, I can see that. All right, you've got, would it invalidate the W if the price goes up from here and doesn't test the red line? Right, hold on. Let me see. Right, guys, listen, I'm gonna have to end the live. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna have to end the live. I've got to tend to my daughter, man. She's not settling. I am so sorry. Hold on, why's everyone questioning the method? Let me just address this. What's happening now? Okay, why is everyone is questioning your method now? What's the question? Okay. Hold on a second. Where are the questions coming? No. Maybe it's pre-recorded with answers to chat and Gino program the chart to mimic the future. Hold on a second. I just need to understand what is being questioned, because right now I've got a bit of a situation. Okay, some of the altcoins have the same formation happening. My understanding is that if Bitcoin follows W formation, they will as well. Principally, Bitcoin and Ethereum are the largest market caps. Okay, so follow the money. That's the principle. Now, who's saying, of course, this is live? Okay, if this is live, check the price, check the clocks. Okay. I just want to see what is... I have the times wrong. Yeah, listen, guys, the times are wrong because I haven't adjusted these to daylight saving as such. Okay. Ignore the times down here. Okay, the dates and the times. Because this broker, I'm basing my time zones based on the broker. The broker is situated in Helsinki. Okay. So it's 1:07 a.m. over there. All right. And if it's not 107, it makes it 1207, whatever it is, okay? Principally, the price is exactly the same across the board, all right? The time is irrelevant. Now, this, obviously, if you're challenging this on the basis that this is a pre-recorded thing, I mean, boy, just look at what time it is down here at the bottom of the screen. It's the 23rd of March, 23:07 hours. Yeah, please, literally, guys. Yeah, forgive me if I got the times wrong, man. Don't worry about that. You know? This isn't live. What a guy. How can it not be live? YouTube would have to verify it being live. They wouldn't put something that's not live. You know? Look. Yeah, guys, look, please. This is a live stream. You know? Now, I'm going to go through it one more time. Yeah, Tino isn't real. He's never been in the stream long enough. Oh, God. I'm on Helsinki. Tino's a market maker conspiracy. Tino never existed. It was an experiment. Pre-recorded, you see. Oh, my days. All right, listen, guys. I'm going to bounce because I need to tend to my daughter. But I've given you pretty much the update with Bitcoin. Okay? What we need to understand is this. If this zone holds, okay, the only way this zone should hold is if it doesn't break below this area here, all right? Now, if it comes back down to test this area, all right, then naturally, we should see price come back down to the 800-day EMA. Now, what could happen is Bitcoin could come back down, test, and then form another formation for price to go to the upside. But ultimately, if we consider the cycle that we are currently in, all right, the M pattern, drop, rise, are we getting ready to see future price movement to the upside? Okay, that's where we are at right now. Okay, right, just let me sort something out. Give me a second, guys. I'm going to try and stay on. Just hold on a sec.
I got wifey on bling and she freeze. Photo, please, no photos. G's, no, please, no photos. Nowadays nothing really excites me. Only one of me and nobody's like me. Phone ringing and I tell him it's I got wifey on bling and she freeze. Photo, please, no photos. G's, no, please, no photos.
Yo, guys. Really sorry about this, guys, but I'm going to have to go. But I'm just going to leave you with this final thought, okay? Bitcoin, I'm going to say it again. Bitcoin principally needs to stay above this zone to complete this W formation. If she does that, she will rise, try and test the 50-day. If she breaks out of the 50-day, we expect her to come back, retest the pivot point, rise to the upside. Near-term price projections, we could be seeing the average daily range high of 57,867. Okay, that's principally what we're going to be looking at. All right. So, yeah, I need to tend to her. And anyone that thinks that this is not a live stream, you're like, put your brain into gear, guys. Work it out. If you see things as they are, there's going to be a bit of a problem when you try and understand this game of trading. Okay. This is all legitimate. We are in live stream price action. You know, this is what it's all about. Okay. Now, if you guys realized earlier on today, when we understand when price come back to test the 50-day moving average and pulled back, this is a valid test. We need this to happen, which is why we drew this blue zone. If you go back in the Discord and Patreons, if you go back in the Discord, in the Patreons post, you will see that we had this blue zone covered. All right. Price needed to come back here to regulate and take out the stops because market makers started getting longs at lower prices here. All right. Now, if anyone wants to become, just a notification as well, if you're trying to become a Patreon, don't become a Patreon now because you'll be effectively charged twice when the new month happens. Don't do that. I've been advised to give you guys, tell you that information. Okay. So, yeah. So ultimately what we're looking for here, all right, what we are ultimately looking for here is Bitcoin to hold this zone. I mean, there's no financial advice, guys. Now, guys said, what does the M2 mean that the M4 is going to be hit? Principally, that's what we're looking for because these are pivot points. When the M2 zone supports itself, we progressively look for the M4. When M3 supports itself, we progressively look for the M5. Okay? That's what it is. All right? So listen, mad love to all of you guys. Okay? The podcast, listen, make you guys make your way over to the podcast. All right? I probably might pay a little visit there, but just bear with me, guys. I've got to tend to my daughter. I've got to sort all this stuff out. All right? So listen, mad love to you guys. I'm so sorry. And we'll roll it out again tomorrow night, guys. Okay? Wicked. Take care, guys. Thank you very much. Mad love to you. See you in a bit.